do this, do we? We never give ourselves an easy win, do we? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to School of Science. My name is Luke, and this is the post-match reaction for Everton versus Tottenham Hotspur. Everton 3, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Oh my word. Oh my, oh my, oh me. Now, if you were to tell me before this game, so let's say about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, if you were to have basically come up to me and said to me, right, Luke, first things first, Everton are going to be winning 3-0 in the first half. At the end of the first half, they're going to be winning 3-0. And Calvert-Lewin is going to be one of the goal scorers. If you were to have said that to me at about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, first thing I would have said to you is, who are you? What are you doing in my house? And do you want a coffee? And secondly, I would probably call you a liar. But my words, what a game we had today. So, to start things out, we went for a simple change, a little bit of a change of formation. We did the three at the back that I have been saying for months on end. We have Branthwaite on the left, O'Brien on the right, Tarky in the middle, being the captain, being the authority. Nice and easy. And then we went a little bit interesting with the wing backs. So I was tempted to say, you know, try Ashley Young on the right wing back, see how he goes. But instead we went Jesper Lindstrom, Mikalenko on the left. You had Mangala, Idrissa Gueye and Decore. I forgot him. We need to talk about him as well. Inside in the middle. So essentially we had a 3-5-2-1 because you had... Damn it, I've actually forgotten the team. Holy crap. Okay, so we had Pickford in goal. We had Jared Branthwaite, Tarkowski, O'Brien. We had Mikalenko on the left wing back. We had Jesper Lindstrom right wing back. We then had Mangala, Decore, Idrissa Gueye. And then we had Indai. And then we had Calvert-Lewin. There we go. Got all 11. So they went with a 3-5. That's a weird one. Was it a 3-6-1? No, 3-5-1-1, essentially. But yeah, the way we had it set out was meant to be a hybrid of attack and defence, which I know it sounds typical, you know. Luke, isn't football about attack and defence anyway? Yes, it is, but we were playing in a way where when we're in possession, we attack, and then when we're out of possession, we immediately defend. So them two wing backs go from being up there in the middle of the park or providing to straight back. That's how we played today. In the first half, it worked brilliantly. We exploited the fact that Tottenham at the moment, they are missing a large sum of their main players. Their defence has essentially been stitched together by hopes and dreams, and you could tell. You really could tell. In the first half alone, I think we had 2 shots before we scored our first goal. So one of the shots being Jesper Lindstrom. So like I said, he was operating as a right wing back, but he was given the freedom to basically push up. And at times, basically, they were saying to him, go for it. Because he is he's someone who knows how to hit the ball. He knows how to do set pieces, corners, and everything like that. And you can see that today with a lot of his movements, his striking and everything. He knows what to do with the ball, which every footballer should be doing. But yeah, one of his first shots, he basically created some opening, came in through the middle, opened it up so the defence basically was able to dummy them, got the opening, had a crack at it, and if it wasn't for their keeper, that would have been 1-0 immediately. And that was within the first 10 to 15 minutes. Later on down the line, I think Mangala had one as well. He had a shot, I'm not sure whether that went wide or whether that was the keeper who got that one. There's been a lot of shots we had today, so being able to try and think these all through while on the fly is just, it's something else. Also, my throat's a little bit scratchy as well because, well, screaming. Singing, screaming, and singing our lovely, amazing grey-haired manager, singing his praises. So yeah, so the first goal actually came through via Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So what had happened is Mangala and Gueye made a nice little pass and run between each other. This released Calvert-Lewin. When he got the ball, he turned one way, turned the other, forced the Tottenham defenders to basically collide into each other, creating an opening, and then he put a nice calm hit in and got it just past their keeper, making it a nice easy 1-0. And then from there, we could smell the blood in the water, and we just pushed and pushed and pushed. Now, don't get me wrong, Tottenham did have a crack at us in the first half. There was a moment where Son came very, very close to scoring, so he pretty much opens up our back line. And if it wasn't for the fact that he tried to place it, he probably would have had a good chance of scoring. So he tried to place it just out of reach of Jordan Pickford at his far post, but it's sort of overcompensated and went a bit far, and pretty much Pickford was just able to get a hand to it and get it through. So from there we came close, and then from outside of that, what was it? So there was a movement as well. So Iliman Ndiaye. So we can see why Ndiaye loves to run at players. When he plays, what you'll see with Ndiaye is when he's moving with that ball, when he's coming close to shooting, when he is ready, he thinks, right, I'm at the right position. I'm going to shoot soon. He opens his body up. So when he runs reasonably streamlined. So he keeps himself almost side on when he's running. It's very weird how he runs. And then as he's going to shoot, he'll open himself up and he will jostle side to side before he goes for the shot. So he will bring himself to get ready, and then he will try and put you the wrong way. So in one of them jostles, he's going to make it look like he's going to shoot. So he will literally dummy, overstep, and then he'll go for it. I'm saying this and the opposition probably going, right, take notes. Okay, so if he jostles, yeah. That's just from what I've seen, so don't take it as gospel. But yeah, again, near the end of the first half, so we had a very significant stop just to the fact of Idrissa Gueye went down injured. He looked like he pulled his calf. And you know what, props for him for staying on the pitch and playing for as long as he did. I'm assuming it might have just been a minor niggle, but you never know with them sorts of things. Hopefully he's okay, because in that point when he stopped, so he went down, they treated him, and as he was sort of walking off, he gave himself like a little bit of a run just to see, and he sort of stammered a bit. Then he went off to the side. They used either the magic sponge, the deep heat, or the special spray. I don't know what they used, but when he came back on, back to what he was doing before and working really well. And then from there, later on in the first half, coming close to the very end of the first half, before added time obviously, Calvert-Lewin and their defender, their number 6, went up for the ball. And Calvert-Lewin, as you do, when you're jumping, you want to try and open up your frame so you can actually get a bit more boost when you're coming up. Unfortunately, caught him with the elbow, and as a result, got yellow carded. In my opinion, it was an accident, but quite frankly, blood was drawn, guy was hurt, so I'm assuming down in England thought, right, that's a bookable offence. It was one of these. It was a yellow card. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing. Don't get me wrong, they don't know what they're doing. Just the fact that they've been trying to pursue us, and then all of a sudden they decided to stop because they realise, oh wait, this is a pointless endeavour. Everton are following the rules now, so we're going to leave them alone. Why don't you leave us alone in the first fucking place? But yeah. So yeah, near the end of the first half, a ball basically after their free kick, we pushed up again, managed to get ourselves a nice little corner, and it was whipped in, and just sort of like in the scrummage of mangled heads and everything, the ball that basically, I'm not sure whether it was Jake O'Brien or someone else, but no, it was Tarkowski. Tarkowski put it ahead of goal, and Archie Gray somehow managed to get a foot onto it, but unfortunately sent it into the back of his own net. Now, I've heard a couple of things saying that should have been Jake O'Brien's goal because I think he got the last touch on it, but it's going to go down as an own goal, so que sera, they say. So yeah, going into half-time, we were absolutely singing the praises when they went in at half-time, the cheering and the singing we were doing. My word, I thought it was the final whistle because we were so high in spirits. It was just unbelievable. It was lovely to hear Goodison be that way again. But yeah, coming into the second half, Tottenham kind of dialed it up a notch. Don't get me wrong, we sort of tried to hold them. We held them well for most of that second half, but at times when we were pushing, we were still trying to get that extra goal. We were going for the fourth. We were trying to make sure it was dead and buried, that nothing that they could have done could have saved them or got them a point. We tried to make sure that they could not get anything from this game. And you know what? Don't get me wrong on this one. I know people are going to have very different opinions about this, but I think Moyes had made a bit of a mistake with the subs that he made. Now, bear in mind, Tottenham had made a sub at half-time, so they brought their number 6 off, their defender, and put Johnson on, so they were going for more of an attack. Whereas us, we were going more for a defence, so we had brought Iliman Ndiaye, Jesper Lindstrom, and who else? Jake O'Brien off, and replaced him with Ashley Young, Nathan Patterson, and Michael Keane. In my opinion, these were not the right decisions. I think, in my opinion, Doucouré should have come off. Around the 50th or 60th minute mark, he looked sort of out of his depth. He looked like he was sort of knackered on his feet in a way. Now, don't get me wrong, Jesper Lindstrom was the exact same. But they could have done it in a way where Decore comes off, Armstrong comes on. Or Decore comes off, Harrison comes on. Have Harrison on the left, bring Ndiaye into the middle for the time being, keep Lindstrom out to the right. But they chose not to do that. Instead, they put Ashley Young as the left mid. Pardon me. Michael Keane pretty much took Jake O'Brien's position, and Nathan Patterson was pretty much the right wing back. And to be honest, it kind of become a bit of it became a mess, to say the very least. In those final minutes, it felt like a bit of a mess, just for the fact that you had Tottenham attacking, and defenders were getting in each other's way. You had pretty much almost 4 central defenders. Well, you could almost call it 6 defensive role players trying to get the ball, trying to stop things. But we were just getting in each other's way, and it ends up coming to the point where Kulusevski got one past us. Now, Pickford, I think, in my opinion, this one, it's a combination of the defence as well as Pickford's fault in this one. I'm not going to go too harshly on it, but I feel like Pickford shouldn't be as far out as he was at that time. He should have been more closer to his goal, having a bit more faith in his defence. Because I think if he would have been hanging back a bit more, the defence might have been able to have done the job. Or Kulusevski could have had the shot off, and I think he would have had enough time to react to it and put a good save in. But that's water under the bridge. We were basically 3-1 up at that point. You could hear the fans getting nervous about this and getting nervy. Around me, the main thing I was hearing is, get Decore off, get Decore off, get Decore off. And I agree with them. He was getting good runs in. He was getting in the way. He was getting the ball. But from there, that was it. There was moments where we were making passes through, making good link-ups, coming up to their line. And it would go to Decore, and it'll break down. Either he would stop, and he would make it basically, he would stagger the play. Instead of it being a fluid motion through, it would stop at him. And it'd be almost like a pause where they have time then to recoup, mark up, and dispossess. Or you'd make the pass to a Tottenham player. You'd try and do a link up, and a Tottenham player would intercept. It just wasn't working for him. What he was doing just wasn't working. And I'm not saying this to be critical of Decore. He's a good player. He's a really good movement player. He can get around the pitch. He knows where to go to get in the way. He knows where to go to create an opening. But in this game, I think in the second half, he should have been brought off and someone else should have went in his place, whether that be even Harrison. So before Ndiaye and Lindstrom came off, Harrison could have went to the left where he normally plays. Ndiaye could have come in and they could have said, right, you're the second striker now, mate. You hang behind Calvert-Lewin. These guys are going to provide for you. Get it in the bloody net. You could have done it like that, but unfortunately we didn't. And then at the end of the normal 90, we had 4 minutes at a time, and through the usual ragged, disorganised movements of our defence, we managed to give away a corner. And then as it went through, Michael Keane didn't realise he should have been just marking Richarlison, should have just stayed goal side and made sure he could not get anything on the ball. He basically lost his man almost immediately, and the ball just sort of dawdled into Richarlison, put it into the net. Now, I love Richarlison, absolutely love him, love the guts of him. He's a great guy, and he's one of them players who will put everything he'll leave everything on the pitch. He is your antithesis of a hard-working player, and that's what Everton are. We emphasise hard work in our team. We're not a Man City where we will do ticky-tack triangles and mad stuff all day long. We work hard, we bruise, and we just make sure that we've left every single ounce of blood, sweat and tears on that pitch at the end of the 90, and that's what Richarlison is. Which is why if he was to come back, I would be happy. But on the other side of the coin, his injury record while he's been at Tottenham is a bit shocking. I don't know what's going on, but it is a bit shocking. So, we were clapping him when he came on. I will hold my hands up and say I did the exact same. I clapped him coming on because I've got such high respect for him. I was gutted that he scored, and as you could see, obviously they were still losing at that point. He didn't make a hoo-ha about the fact that he'd scored. He just sort of laid there, injured, because Pickford had bloody classed him as well. So I've got a feeling if that ball hadn't have gone in and Pickford had either saved it, moved it along or something, whilst doing the same movements and clattering Richie, there could have been a penalty at the very end, and that might have been even more turbulent. But thankfully, once we got the ball again and just started moving again with it, we were near the end of the 4 minutes at a time, and a ball came up. Calvert-Lewin managed to get it down, and one of the Tottenham players had fouled him, which pretty much signified the end of the game. It was one of those moments. He basically just got the ball, got fouled. Dan England gave him a free kick and said, and pretty much gave the hint to Tarkowski, last kick of the game, mate. So when Tarkowski kicks it, he decides to do his best impression of Steven Gerrard. You know, kick, whoop. God, I am a bitter Evertonian, aren't I? But all in all, I'm really happy with the results. 3 great points there. That's give us a nice little 4-point cushion between us and the relegation zone. So we've got a little something now. We're going to be going to Brighton next. That ground is a mixed bag for us. When I went there myself, we won 5-1. I'm not sure, did we win or lose the last game we went there? I can't remember off the top of my head from last season. But it is a bit of a mixed bag, so I'm on the fence. Maybe this is the turning point. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, toes crossed. Anything I can cross, I am crossing. That this is the turning point for us. We've sussed out the formation that we can use now. And then when players are coming back, the likes of James Garner, Ira Burnham, Chimiti, Coleman. Brozier, I think, is pretty much done and dusted. I think he's going to end up going back to Chelsea. I think we need to bite the bullet on that one and try and bring some more players in. But we do definitely need players in. And I think the formation that we played today, though, being that of the 3-5-1-1. Is that even right? Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, that's 10. 3-5-1-1. That sort of formation, that could be our bread and butter. Now, it's not going to be a genuine 3-5-1-1. It's going to potentially be a 3-5-2. Or if we're out of possession, it's going to be a 5-3-2. Or even a 5-4-1. Depends on how we go about that game. We will alternate and change that throughout the game. Moyes will turn around and say, right, Patterson, Mikalenko, get back, become defenders, or push up, you're now wingers. He might turn to Ndai or Decore and say, right, second striker, push. He might say to Ndai, inside. We're going to make it 2 now, so we're going to make it a 3-4-2-1. He'll have many different ways of going about it, and it's a very versatile sort of formation. Because quite frankly, Jake O'Brien, he did amazing today. I'm really happy with him, how he played today, considering he has not had many minutes and he hasn't had a lot of Premier League experience. He has played really well today. He left everything on the pitch. Likewise with Tarkowski and Branthwaite. These guys have done a really good job today, and I was really happy with the performance. So I do think he's got himself a back line there that he can rely on. But yeah, looking ahead to the future, I'm hoping this is the source of something new and this isn't just a blip. I genuinely think the way we play today, if we play like that against the likes of Leicester, anyone outside of the top 6 at the moment, I think any mid-table or lower team, I do think we could genuinely overrun them and make it extremely difficult for them to get results against us, especially at Goodison. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really do appreciate your continued support. Apologies for not getting the drone out as of late. As you know, there's not too much going on around the ground right now, but I note that the Everton way is going to be starting, let's see, is the 19th today, so it's going to be starting tomorrow. So what I will be doing is, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, I'm going to try and get up after work. Or maybe even, I can't get up before work because it's still too dark. After work, again, it's going to be dark. I'm at a bit of a crossroads on that one. I'm going to try and get up and get a nice slow shot of that and see if I can see anything. Because it's going to be a very slow process. We're talking 20,000 plus slabs going in. So that's going to take some time. It's going to probably take them about a month to get them in. Because don't forget, this isn't just slab. This is slabs that are going to have to be placed because we've got Everton literally written across it. So certain slabs are going to have to go in certain areas because you've got big slabs, small slabs, slabs as big as my head. There's going to be slabs going everywhere. I sound like a bloody salesman for a bloody paving firm. We have slabs. We have these slabs, them slabs. We got all kinds of slabs. I know what's up. I'm just happy. I'm really, really happy with the result today. So I'm being a bit silly. So apologies for that one. But yeah, guys, we've got to win. That's all I'm happy about at the moment. That's our first win in the Premier League this year. But yeah. So yeah, as I was saying for the final time, I'm gonna get the drone out. I'm gonna try and get the footage of that. I might even make that into a weekly one itself. So do a fly around. See what the progress is like, and then I'm gonna fly low and go across the Everton way, nice and slow, so we can see that properly, and see if there's any updates. I'm hoping Everton are gonna provide us with an email saying, right, your slab is in this vicinity. So say they give you like a square and that covers maybe say a couple hundreds of the slabs, making it a bit easier for us to go and say, right, there's where my slab is. I'm going to find my slab. Instead of us looking over all these and going, no, that's the wrong one. Oh, yeah, no, that's the wrong Terry. Oh, no, that's Luke with a J. Why is it Luke with a J? You know, if they can do that, that'd be massively appreciated by the fans. I know they watch these every now and then. I've had a few comments from the Everton people saying, hey, yeah, about what you've said there, you're right, you're wrong, you're this, you're that. So yeah, but in any case, guys, again, for the final time, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Up the freaking toffees, and peace.